rhythm. Crunch. Hey folks, hope you're well. Max here from Tone Shift. Great to see you. Thanks for joining me. Listen, today I'm talking about the Line 6 Helix Stadium once again. I'm going to show you my latest gigging tones. I'm really pleased with them, by the way. Been a bit of a critic of the stadium from the off, just because I hate to see something with so much potential not get the attention it deserves. And I really think now that we're getting there with it, you know. I'm not going to do any more crap videos about it. I'm just going to do good videos because this unit's amazing. And if you can stretch to get this thing, you get it. Or just get the other Helix as well. That's still brilliant, you know. Or the Stomp, they're good as well. Or the Pod Go, because they all use the same technology. They're all using the same amps. So why are we spending £2,000 on it? Well, actually, no, this is really special, isn't it, this Stadium one? But in any case, they're all really good. Give us a thumbs up, give us a subscription, and don't tell anybody, but there's going to be a bit of a giveaway when I get to a certain number of subscribers. Now, the only way you can find out about that is to subscribe. Don't have to click the bell, you don't have to do any of the business like that. Watch a few videos, and as soon as we get to a certain number, I'm going to give a couple of things away that you might be very interested in if you're into this kind of gear. Okay? Right, listen, let's have a go at these tones, shall we? Brilliant stuff. Hey you. Yeah guys, so we'll straight into it. So yeah, standard Strat type guitar. We'll start off with the what I class as my clean tone. And again, it's always been a little bit crunchier than a lot of people's clean tones. But let's have a quick look, shall we? Let's pull up the Helix software so we can see that. See what we've got going on just here. Got a wah doing nothing at the moment. Jumping from this one, jump straight to the amp, I think, first. So we're using the Princeton-style, and it's an Agora model. It's drive quite high on it. Everything else, I just pushed the treble up a little bit there. As you can see, I've got the master all the way up, the ripples down, the Z-Pro, just, you know, these are the new features that we're just experimenting with at the moment. So, and that gives us this kind of sound, really, if this is just for chordal work. And you can get that kind of chunky. Kind of thing, so it's pretty clean, and like I say, I've got a little bit of a boost on the front of that, and that is using the kinky boost. I've got that set to change throughout snapshot, so as you can see, it jumps from So it jumps right down from 0.9 up to around 3.7 on certain presets within this. And obviously, as we go through, I'll tell you that. I've got no other drives on. The cabinet I'm using here is the 1B10 US Princess. I quite like that. I think it suits this really, really well, as you can hear there. So I've left that as is. I think I've put the low cut at around 100 and the high cut at around 14.3. Standard stuff, and I've not really panned it or anything like that. I'm just using one. The microphone we've got on this is the 67 condenser mic, as you can see there. And that seems quite a nice microphone for this particular device. I think that works really, really well. I've not done much with it. I'm moving about. I've got it 6.3 inches. We could move it a little bit closer and get a little bit more kick out of it. But I don't think we need to. It's I think that's absolutely fine where it is. These things, you move this stuff about and change things, and maybe what does that do? Changing from 45, it gives you a slightly more muffled sound. So I'm going to leave that at that. I'll save that again. It doesn't really matter that much. The important thing is to get something that sounds really good to your ears. And at the moment, this feels really good under the fingers, and for a clean tone for me, it's absolutely great. On the actual Helix itself, so you're aware, I've got this down here. Now, this is a volume pan gain. It's a little gain pedal, and it just gives me around about a 3 dB boost. So as you can see, and that's just if I need a little bit of something, Okay, so yeah, that's that. That doesn't actually come on until I kick it on down there. It might come on in certain presets. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I've set this up. We'll experience it together. I've also got a PEQ here, and you'll be able to see there. All I'm doing really is pushing that, just giving it a little bit of something around the 2 to 3K mark. It's not much at all. I've got that on snapshots, and I'll show you why as we go through. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, I'm pushing it 2.7 dB, so hardly anything really. And it's just to lift that and cut it through the mix. Maybe that's the microphone placement that I'm using. Not 100% sure. But in any case, we've got that. I've also got a delay on here, like my delays, as you know. Just the memory man there, and then I've got the dynamic plate on there, and again, not much going on there. I've got 3-second delay. I've not got the mix super high. Again, that's using snapshots to control that through different snapshots. I'll have different rates of different mixers. So you'll see all that business. I don't know why I showed you that then. So yeah, let's just have a quick listen to the wah. I'll just lean over and do that. So the wah is the throaty. And I've got it set so it only goes to about 83% of its travel. I think that suits me for what I do, so absolutely fine. I've also got the mix on that down to 87%. That's arbitrary, really. Could be 70%, it's whatever suits you and suits your playing. You'll notice I've got a secondary volume pedal here, and again, that's controlled via snapshots, as is this one. I've actually got my volume set, so when I was 100%, then I come down at 78%. I've actually got that set slightly different on the other one, so you'll see that as we go through. I've also got in here a freeze, so polysustain. What I do with that is I basically, so I can noodle around while I'm in between songs, so I can give it some of that, and then maybe I want to crunch. that's quite an effective effect to use throughout the evening. So occasionally I'll kick that in. I don't do any songs with it. It's just basically as a special effect, a bit of a noodly time when and if I need it. So that's basically it. You'll notice I've got another amp over here. We'll come on to that a little bit later on. So let's move across to the crunch tone. Now for me, I'm turning off the kinky boost at this point. And as we said, that was controlled by the snapshots. And then we're turning on a clon. And a clon is set to, where are we? We're set to 6.6, tone around in the middle, and level at 7. And that gives us this kind of sound. And that's driven straight into the same amp, same settings. You may notice nothing's changed on the cab, nothing's changed anywhere else there. You may notice that the mix on the delay came down, so I don't want quite as much there. Brought that down to 34%. This is on a split as well, by the way, so I can drive these a little bit heavier than normal. And the reverb, once again, that pretty much as is. I don't think I changed that on that patch. The EQ, let's have a quick look. Yeah, that stays exactly the same for this particular patch. The same volume, and obviously the same everything else, really. It's just the clon that I've added for that. That really chewy type rhythm sound. Cuts through really, really well on the night. Nice at high volume, as a lot of these will be, you know. So yeah, that's the crunch tone. I really, really like that tone. I think this Princeton's absolutely fantastic. It's one of the new Agora amps. So on this we have got the hype control. Just let you have a listen to that. Imagine I've got this at about 3 point something at the moment. So there you go. That's at 3. We'll switch it off and see what that sounds like. I can tell you that feels a little bit less aggressive. And there we go as we turn it up. So that's feeling a little bit more compressed under the fingers. And all the way up. That's really rolled off the top end. And it feels like it's really squashy under the fingers at that point, so it's certainly too much for me. I settled for, you know, and that's a lovely spot for it personally. And that's the kind of thing that really you have a mess around with that, you know, and see what suits you. It will be different for everybody, and it'll be different on different guitars. It'll be different on different amps. It is amp specific, that one, so definitely worth messing around with. That's about it for the crunch, really. Like I say, I really do like it. The harmonics in there are absolutely amazing. They've done a fantastic job of that amp. So let's move on to my chorus tone, and this is one I just flick on every now and again, and basically it's my clean tone, and I've got a chorus in there, which is the liquefier. It's just to add a little bit of movement, really, to the sounds as I'm playing them. There's certain sections in songs, you know, where I might want it. You know, it's got that kind of that swirly type. I quite like that Ampeg liquefier. It's always been a favourite of mine, that one. I'll just show you the image for that. There we go. Yeah, really good, you know, and of course Yamaha have got license for Ampeg, so they can use the actual images, etc. I've not changed anything at all on the amplifier. This stays the same throughout these patches, and again the mic and cab stay exactly the same. The EQ on this particular one stays exactly the same. I still that little hump there, and I think that's lacking slightly in the cab. I could probably find it in a microphone, but it's just as easy to put that down there. And it's a little bit more flexible, if I'm totally honest. So when it comes to the heavier tones, I might want to change that somewhat. So that's good to have there. And of course, I've got the kinky boost up there, which is the EP. Is that the EP? Exotic, yeah. It's exotic, isn't it, that one? the exotic boost. So yeah, you know, nothing special there. We've still got the these things available. We've still got the poly if we need it, the poly sustain to mess around, and obviously that brings a slightly different flavour if you're using it with the chorus tones. Yeah, so that's the chorus. Let's move on to the GSG lead. So just giving the game away, and what will happen here, you'll notice this amplifier switches off, this cab switches off, and then I switch this one on. So I decided to use one of the calling Legacy at the moment, but one of the OG Helix amps. So it's not an Agora amp, but it's the Grammatico GSG 100. It's one of my absolute favourite amps. I love Dumble type amps, and this one's such a great replica of those. It's got all the switching in and everything else. Really, really like it, and I've paired that with the Tuba 12 Maxless H30 cab on a SM57, so a really basic setup there. You'll see just slightly off to the side to give it a little bit of a warmer feel. If we bring that in, it's a little bit sharper. You don't need to do that. It sounds really good where it was as far as I was concerned. So with the amp, we've got. I'll just play a little bit with this. Let's turn it up. Absolutely great lead tone. It's a proper chewy tone, the kind of thing I like. And this particular amp, by the way, I suggest being quite careful with it. So it's quite easy to get it clipping internally. It reacts just like the real amp. I've never played the real amp, but according to all sources, it does react very much like the real amp. It's extremely loud internally. So just bear that in mind. It's 100 watt. So we've got the drive at 5.6. Got the bass at 4.5 there. We've got the mid at 3, so not much going on there. Just the normal. I've scooped it slightly. Got the treble at 4, presence at 4. We've got the level up at 6.8. I wouldn't suggest. Sorry, this level at 6.8. We can go a bit more on the level. Now the master. This is where you need to be quite careful not to push it too hard. The temptation is to drive that a little bit. I don't think you need to, but obviously do what you want. It's up to you. We've got the mid switch on. We've got it on the rock mode. We've got the overdrive channel on, obviously. We've got the overdrive set at 5.1 and the level of the overdrive at 4.2. So we've got both channels running through. We've got the bright switch at 1. There is a second stage to that. We've got the FET boosters on. I haven't got the preamp boost on at all, so I've left that off. Got the sag at 1.3. Now, I'm not sure what the stock is on this, but I quite like how that felt there. We've got the hum on. We don't need that on. I don't know why that's on. We'll save that. Ripple set at standard. Bias. This is what comes standard on this, I think. So I'm not quite sure why, but it sounds really good at that. So I'm going to leave it there. And then we've got the bias X at standard as well at stock. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. And what I've done there, I've left on the Klon at the same settings. You might have noticed I've also got this block here. So this is a Range Master. I decided not to use it in the end, but it is there if I need something else. I don't need something else on this. There's plenty of juice. Yeah, the speaker we've already looked at. This doesn't have the hype control, as you're aware. It does actually have now the XY controls for that, so which is really nice. So it makes dialing this amp in quite a little bit easier. It can be a bit of a challenge to dial in this amp, but don't let that put you off, because I think it's one of the best sounding amps within the OG Helix, in my opinion. Bit of a challenge to set up, but well worth the time. Okay, and what I did with this one, you notice originally we had this, so our volume pedal was 78 up to 100 on standard. However, I put another volume pedal on, so when that one switches off, this one switches on, and vice versa. And I just dropped the volume down to 70% because I just wanted to be able to bury this tone a little bit more. I never need to go to 0, but it is good just to be able to bury it a little bit. And you'll hear 100. Quite a big difference there, obviously. Yeah, so that's just to enable me to have 2 different volume levels for my crunchier tones, etc. I've pushed everything up here, so our mix is stayed the same on 34% on that, but on the reverbs are quite loud, 33%. Now I did change the I've took the mids down ever so slightly in this. I'm not 100% sure I'll keep it that way, but for right now it worked really well, so I'm going to keep it as is. And that is about it really, folks. You know, that it works for me. I'm not suggesting it'll work for everybody, but if you want to have a look at it, please ask, you know, just say, and I shall get this sent over to you. There's nowhere to actually post these at the moment, but I'll put them on. I've got a Google Drive share. I'm more than happy to link to that. In fact, I might just put that in the description anyway, so if you want it, come and grab it, you know. So they're my tones, you know, so I think they work pretty well, you know, certainly suited my gigs. So I'm a covers artist, so have to cover quite a lot of ground, and I think that does it quite well. Very, very, very impressed with that Princeton amp, and I've always really enjoyed the GSG, and to dial it in on here, having the XY gets you really, really close to where you need to be really quickly. Recommend getting this bit of kit, even if it's just for that, to be honest. But no, thanks for listening, folks. Absolutely marvellous to talk to you once again. If you'd like to know a little bit more about the Helix Stadium, just let me know. I'd be happy to cover anything, maybe a little bit on Showcase pretty soon. Looking forward to getting Proxy. Got a lot of drive pedals. I haven't got any actual amps, but I'm going to do quite a lot of drive pedals, as long as the DSP doesn't cost too much in terms of being able to put a clone of a pedal in there. I've got a clone up there, and I've got some Dumble stuff that would be really good in there. So anyway, yeah, great to see you guys now, and don't forget, there'll be a bit of a giveaway if you stick around. Okay guys, I'll see you soon. Ta-da! I'm not going to touch Showcase today. I'm still not 100% concerned. I'm not going to, and I'm going to show you the tones that I'm using. I'm going to talk you through the amps and how I've used, you know, one thing and everything else that, you know, alright. Absolutely brilliant. I've said it's, you know, what have I said about this in the past? I've been a right bastard to it, haven't I? But that's because it's really, really got potential. Listen. Hey, listen. You know, if you like this kind of thing, you can give it a thumbs up.